Tree here, and welcome to my Frugal Living Weekly podcast. So today I want to talk to you about making extra money and helping to boost your income. So there's a lot of us out there at the moment trying to find ways to boost our income, trying to find ways to pay those bills and incorporating treats into our lifestyle. I mean, nobody wants to feel as though they're hard done by and missing out. But like I say, a lot of people are having to budget seriously, and they are finding it necessary to get a second job and maybe even in some cases a third job. But for some of you out there, it's not always possible to go out and get a second and a third job, especially if you're a mum with young children or a family, I would say, with young children, because they do need to be cared for, and it's very expensive to have to find childcare. If you're lucky enough to have family and friends who can offer free childcare, then you're in a winning position there, and you're able to go out and maybe get a second or third job, whatever it is you need to do. But like I say, there's some people out there, for whatever reason, aren't able to get out of the house. Maybe because they're disabled, or their mobility is an issue, or for whatever reason. So I've got a few ideas, and I'm sure some of them you may know about, but I just thought I'd mention them anyway. So there are some ways you can make extra money to boost your income without even leaving your home. So the first one I'm going to talk about is turning your hobby into money. So what is your hobby? Do you like crafting things? Do you like knitting, creating jewellery, making cards? Perhaps you're good with woodwork. Do you make pieces of furniture? Maybe you even make pottery, metalwork. Maybe you're good at gardening. Whatever it is that's your hobby, you can quite easily make money out of it. Perhaps you could attend craft fairs or boot fairs to sell your wares. Maybe grow plants and little seedlings, so you've got tomato plants, cucumber plants, whatever it is, and sell them at boot sales. You could sell them from home, have a sign in your window offering plants. So maybe with the jewellery or the knitting if you're knitting jumpers or crocheting, clothing, whatever it is that you're creating, which is of a crafting nature, you could sell them on eBay. You could even sell them on Etsy and Folksy, which are especially Folksy for crafting and arts and craft type sales. It's quite easy and it's free to set up an account with these online. Just take a picture and put a description in, and of course your price that you're selling your item for, and put it up for sale. But of course you could also sell your items at craft fairs. Like I say, if you want to sell them at boot fairs, I think personally you probably reach more of a money potential with going to specific things like craft fairs, for example, as opposed to boot sales or over maybe on eBay. Because craft fairs obviously are specific, and people go there and they will understand that you have taken a lot of time and it's taken a lot of effort and it has been handmade, so they will appreciate that the price might be a little higher, and they may be willing to pay that price. So having your hobby and turning it into a little sideline, a little cottage industry, is a good way to make some extra money. Another way you could make some money is maybe setting up a little babysitting service if you like children, particularly if you're of a younger age. This would be quite good for the younger teens. Get a little bit of extra pocket money going there. But of course it doesn't have to be just for like your 16 and 17, 18-year-olds. Anyone can do it. Set up a little babysitting service. Maybe even dog walking. All of these things aren't age specific, as long as you care about the animals or the service that you're offering, you can still make money out of it. So obviously advertise in local newspaper, in local shop windows. Even how about setting up a Facebook page and offering your services out, and specifically aiming it at your area where you live, telling your friends and family to spread the message and letting everyone know that you're out there and what service you are offering. So apart from the babysitting and maybe the dog walking service, you could offer house sitting. Maybe a friend or family has gone away for a weekend or holiday, and they want someone to water their plants, attend to their garden because they're a keen gardener. How about offering or even setting up your own business offering domestic service, so ironing, shopping and cleaning. This service actually can be very valuable to people who are disabled, who aren't able to get out and about, or quite simply for mums or busy people who need an extra pair of hands around the home. So before I go on and mention some more ideas for boosting your income, I will say there are absolutely masses of ideas out there. Just quite simply Google it and tons will come up. But like I say, I've got a few here, and I just wanted to mention them because they are quite good ways to boost your income, and they are legal and they are fun, and you can do them in your home. And in fact, some of them, like the next one I'm going to mention, you can do in your spare time, maybe in an evening. So how about filling out some surveys online? A lot of companies like to know and get your views on certain things. There's all sorts of things that you can do. They ask questions, and quite simply you fill out the questionnaire that generally are questions, closed questions, yes and no answers, and then a lot of them don't require large descriptions and essays. Whilst you don't get paid for each one an awful lot of money, so maybe a few pence for each, if you do this over a prolonged period of time, the money will mount up and they will pay you cash, or some will offer you payment in way of shopping vouchers. Coupons, apps and cashback sites, I'm going to put them all together because I don't look at them as a way of earning an income in a sense, as in a job, but they are actually a way to earn money and to boost your income. Quite simply because you are getting money back and you are paying less for something, for example. So with the coupons, it's pretty all self-explanatory. You've got an item that's costing £1 in the shop, you get 50p coupon, you're getting it cheaper, so you are in a sense saving money. And as for the apps that you get on your phones and your tablets, wherever you've got them, it's the same principle. It's like a digital version of a coupon. You are saving money. And I will say with the coupons and the apps, it is quite possible to get items free. So if you have a coupon, for example, for a packet of butter, and the butter would normally cost £3, you've got a coupon that's going to give you £1 off, but they're on offer at the moment for that particular product is on offer at the moment for £2. You are with the coupon going to get that product for £1. But you could also boost your potential saving if you've also got an app. We're assuming we've got an app that's going to give us £1 off as well. So in the end, you are going to get that item for free. You may not initially be paying for it. You may initially be paying for it, but in the long run, once you get your cashback back, you will have got it for free. So with the cashback sites, and we've got the popular Top Cashback and the Quidco, there are others around. I quite like these two. You can save money. Like I say, both of them do the cashback on saving on food shopping, but they also give you discounts, percentage back on your shopping. So you can earn money whilst you shop. So they are a good way to save money and to help boost your income in a way, and to reduce the price of the products that you are buying, and hence you're not spending out so much at the initial time. But how about selling items? So you, for example, could be selling unwanted items. You're decluttering, maybe you're moving home, or you really do need to find some extra cash for something, say for a bill, or maybe you've got an emergency, your boiler's broken, whatever the reason you need to sell something. So you could be selling items at boot sales, on eBay, Gumtree. You could also have your own garage sale or yard sale, whichever country you're in. You could do those, price them up and sell them at home, advertise it on outside your home, in your local paper, online, Facebook, spread it between your friends and family, however you're going to do it. But you can make money that way to sell your items. However, I will say, if you've got an item that is of a higher value, how about considering selling it at a professional auction house? where the item will reach a higher value potential and earn you more money as opposed to selling it on eBay. Because whilst eBay is quite an easy way to quickly take a photo, upload it, put it on there, and hopefully wait for somebody to buy something, post it off, it seems quite easy to do. I tend to find that you don't necessarily reach the full value potential of an item, especially if it is of value. So you would probably better off selling it and biding your time and selling it at an auction to reach that, like I say, that value potential. But of course, you can sell multitude of stuff. There's always somebody wants some. You might always think it's rubbish, but it's not rubbish to somebody else. So, for example, you can sell your clothes now. Now, I know there's a lot of shops from Marks and Spencer's, and I saw recently H&M are offering a discount off. If you bring in your old clothes, they will offer. So H&M are offering 20% off their clothes if you purchase clothes and hand over old clothes, because they obviously sell them on and give a percentage to charity. So you're handing those clothes over in exchange for new clothes and getting a discount off your items. But there's a big but here. Could you be making more money by actually selling those clothes yourself? So I noticed in my local area ad that you can sell your clothes, shoes, bags, belts, all sorts of bits and pieces and clothing. So you can fill up a bag and you get a certain amount of money for a certain weight. So I think you get about £4 for 10 kilo. Now, if you're filling it up with bags and shoes and belts, that's soon going to fill up, isn't it? And if you've got a lot of clothing that you're getting rid of, for whatever reason, children have outgrown their clothes, store them up and put them in there, you could soon make a few extra pence. And so you have to ask yourself, if you're handing over your clothes in the stores, are you actually making as much money as if you would be selling them yourself? So what I'm saying is it cost effective? So it's not just your clothes you can sell, like I say, pretty much everything. You can sell your mobile phones if you don't want them anymore, as opposed to giving them to charity. You can sell your old video games, computer hardware, game hardware, your old music, DVDs, CDs, books. It's endless, absolutely endless. And with all of these items, you can sell them online, like I say, eBay. You can also sell them at boot sales, whatever. But you can also go to specific websites where you can sell them. So a company will give you a price as to how much they will buy them off you. You package them and send them off, and you generally get the postage and packaging free. And they pay out, apparently, I've not used it, but they pay out pretty sharpish if they accept the item. So you've got to be pretty honest with them and say that if the item has got a scratch somewhere, you need to be honest and say, because that will affect how much they will give you and whether they will accept the item, and it will need to be sent back. For all these different online companies that I am talking about, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write up a big post and put it on the website, as opposed to putting them in the description bar below on the video, because there is so many different companies that I'm going to be talking about and different ways to sell your products and ways to earn money. So I think it would be much easier to be putting it into one big post, and I will put that link to that post in the description bar below, so you can just access it all quite easily over on my website. But I will quickly give you a couple of companies that, if you want to quickly go and research them yourself, that will accept and buy your items that you no longer want. So you've got CEX. They accept they accept DVDs and CDs and game hardware and all that sort of bits and pieces, mobile phones, laptops, all sorts of things. You've also got Magpie Music, also Music Magpie. You've got Amazon Trading, We Buy Books. There are absolutely masses, and like I say, I'm going to put them up on the web page. You've also got the high street shops that will accept goods that you no longer need. So there's cash converters, and CEX are also on the high street. And there's lots of other independent shops around you, I'm sure you'll find. So I want to talk about ways that you can make money online. So you can make money by reviewing music online. You can go to a company called Slice of Pie. They're not the only ones, there's other ones out there. You listen to a piece of music and you review and you give your opinion. But it's not just that. You can also get paid to watch TV over at theviewers.co.uk. You can watch TV programs, and you'll be asked to review them, maybe join in at groups in certain areas. You get paid for each one. It's variable. All the details are over on their website. You can join in a forum and discuss what you thought about a particular programme that you've been asked to watch and give your views. So how about if you run your own website? Maybe you sell your own homemade crafting projects online, and you've got a website to sell them from. How about affiliating your website with one of those popular companies such as AdSense or Amazon Associates to earn yourself some money from people viewing your page? So you can pop their adverts up on your web page. So you get paid by the amount of people who view your pages on your website. I will say with this one, and I have got this one on my website, you do need a high volume of high traffic volume coming through to actually make an awful lot of money. So if you're keen with your video camera or your phone or whatever it is you use, how about making money by having a YouTube account, by vlogging or putting up videos? I put up the videos, but I have to say you are seriously, and I can tell you now, you're seriously going to need to do some videoing and some vlogging and have some good software there to get a lot of people interested in what you're doing and to be able to make a lot of money out of it. But of course, if you are keen and eager to be an internet superstar and you have the ability and the knowledge to do it, from what I understand, after some time, and I don't think it's instant, you do need to be doing it for some time, you can potentially make some money that way. So if you're offering some advice, or you're making funny videos with cats and dogs, whatever your interest is, like I say, and you have got knowledge and you're offering your advice, you can make some money through the medium of video. So here's one for around the home. How about renting out your spare room, maybe taking in a lodger, perhaps having a foreign exchange student throughout the years, particularly in the summer and warmer months. You can have students through and make some money on that. I've never done that. I don't know how profitable it is, but I'm sure you can make some money out of that one. How about renting out your garage? If you've got a spare garage that's empty and you're not doing anything with it, you can make some money out of people storing their old cars in there, or to store their old furniture, whatever it is. If you can rent that out for maybe £20 a week or something, you could make a little bit of extra pocket money there. All these things help to go boost your budget. So with some of these suggestions that I'm giving over, particularly with the lodger suggestion, you do need to check the tax implications for all of this, how much you can earn before you need to pay tax, whether you will then be classed. So for example, if you're selling your arts and crafts and you've set up your own little cottage industry, or maybe you're offering a domestic service, you do need to check again, say with the tax, whether you need to pay national insurance, whether you are going to then be classed as self-employed. So it would probably be a good idea, if you're doing this on a regular basis, to check with HMRC and to get some advice as what you need to do there. So I'm going to move on and suggest, how about you sell your skills? Have you got a skill that you can offer somebody? Maybe you are very good at sewing, you're good with needlework. Maybe you could offer your needlework services by altering clothes, maybe making clothes. How about if you are fluent in a foreign language, you could speak French, Russian, Chinese, German, whatever it is. Maybe you could offer your services as an interpreter, or maybe you could offer them as teaching children, or maybe you could offer your service as a teacher in your spare time, teaching those who need to or want to learn a language, maybe children who are doing their exams and they need to swat up to pass those exams. And maybe you're a master at maths or English or whatever subject it is, and you could offer your services in your spare time to people, and offer your services to those who want to learn a particular subject or need to brush up, or for those who are going to soon be entering into their exams to help them pass. Another one would be, how about if you're good with a musical instrument? So maybe you play the guitar, the drums, the keyboard, some wind instrument, whatever it would be. Maybe you could teach and offer your services there, again, like I say, in your spare time. And one other one I will suggest is, if you're good with sport, so you've got a skill at maybe darts, snooker, maybe you're good with football, tennis, whatever it is. Maybe you could offer your skills there as well, and charge people and teach them the tips and tricks of the sporting activities. So I've reeled off a few ways to make some money from home and to boost your income. There are just a couple others before I finish that we'll just quickly say without giving a description. So maybe you could sell Avon, Clean Easy, Better Wear. You could send out the catalogues going round door to door. That might be a way to make a few extra pence in your spare time. Another one would be, and I've not tried this and I don't think I ever will, but you can make some money with clinical trials. The only thing I will say with that one is, make sure you know what you're getting into. It's not something that I would do. I'm not brave enough to try that one. But if that is for you, I will say you need to make sure what you're getting into. How about if you're excellent with your camera, it's your hobby, how about selling your photographs online? You can sell them at iStock Photos and you can make a percentage out of what is selling. How about becoming a mystery shopper? You can sign up online to quite a lot of companies, one of them being Market Force. So you sign up and you quite simply rate the service you receive at a certain shop, pub, restaurant, optician, whatever it is that you are reviewing, and you get paid for doing that. So how about going back to the Avon I mentioned just a little while ago, sending out booklets through people's doors. How about even becoming a party planner for Avon? Maybe you could do it with the Body Shop at home and Summers for a bit of fun. And I think you'll find you can do Virgin Cosmetics as well. So you, like I say, or even maybe selling your own crafts at home, setting up your own little party planning business with your own products, so with your own jewellery or whatever it is that you're making that is homemade. And a couple of other ones that I'm just going to throw in there before I finish is recycling and save money with your old printer cartridges. So cash for cartridges and other ones that you can get a few pence back on your old ink cartridges. Selling your old gold, everyone knows about, and your old jewellery. Entering competitions. Whilst it may not be an income in a sense, you can, if you're the lucky winner, you can get holidays from this and maybe get some cash. So that's another way of making some money, if, like I say, you are lucky. And finally, one thing I will say is, how about, and this is a big one, reclaiming any money that you're owed, maybe with PPI claims, bank charges, tax rebates, train delays, same with aeroplanes. And also check to see, and this is a good one, to check to see if you are entitled to any benefits. So I've given you some ideas there on how you can boost your income and make some money, particularly if you are confined to home, or you're not able to get out and get a job, or it's not possible to get a second job. So for whatever reason. So I will say, don't forget, you need to consider a few points. So are you going to be liable to pay tax or pay extra tax and national insurance? And of course, like I say, will you need to class yourself as self-employed? So like I said previously, you need to check with HMRC. So if you are receiving benefits, will this affect any of your benefits that you are in receipt of currently? So one final thing, if you are selling an item, particularly something that is particularly valuable, so I will say you need to consider whether you are prepared to wait for the cash and sell it where you can realise your item's full potential, or whether you want to sell the item quickly and sell it in a store or online for less money. So I hope this podcast has been of some use to you and help you find some ways to boost your income. Like I say, instead of popping it all down in the description bar below, I'm going to do a big post and put it up on the website so you'll be able to access it all there. And I will pop that link in the description bar below. But of course, if you've liked this podcast, please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends and everybody. And if you would like to subscribe to see more from Frugal Living and more from the Frugal Living Weekly podcast, please press the subscribe button. Don't forget you can join me over on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Tumblr, Instagram for all things Frugalista. And anyway, till next time, stay frugal, take care, bye.